Well, I'm excited that the game's here Saturday. I think that's the thing that we really looked forward to all through camp was getting to this week. Feel like our team's in good shape. Physically, we're healthy. Mentally, we're all fired up and excited about approaching the work week. That it is game time, and I think we've got a lot of work to do this week in our preparation. But our players understand the routine. It's not brand new to everybody like it was a year ago, so that helps us a lot. And I expect us to come down here and play well and execute and fly around on defense. We had a mock game, I guess you could call it if you want. Basically, it was a scrimmage last Friday night, and our defense was much improved in that. They really worked hard. They really ran full speed to the ball and tackled well, and it was very competitive. And that's what you want out of a scrimmage. You want it competitive where both sides of the ball make plays.
Coach, what's your main concern going into Saturday?
Well, we have a lot of concerns, but I think what I want to see us is just really to execute. Do things the way you're supposed to do them. Offensively, get on the field and be able to run the ball and throw it. We have to make some big plays. We should be able to do that. We have to take care of the football, and not have any unforced errors. Not have any 5-yard penalties for jumping off, too early, and really, take care of our business that way. And defensively, what I'm really looking at is effort. I'd be happy if we came out of the game and all 11 guys on every play played with great effort and played full speed to the football, because really if you do that on defense, you're going to play good defense.
What are you going to do about rotating the quarterbacks?
Well, Ryan's going to start, and I do want to get Tyler in the game. I haven't decided yet. Does that mean he'll come in the first series of the second quarter or not? But he does need to play. He's earned that, and he's done a nice job in last spring and all throughout camp. So he will play, and when that is, when I decide when that is yet to be seen. I think I want to see how practice goes and what our coaches feel. They do know I want to play him, but I do want to get their opinion on it too.
The fact that he's had some trouble with snaps, does that limit what you can do with him?
Yeah, but he's improved on that. I think that's the thing that Tyler has really improved on, is being able to be under the center, being able to get to the mesh point, hand the ball to the running backs the way you're supposed to. And that's one big thing for him to keep improving on, because the guy can really throw a football and has great instincts and a quick release.
How is the weather?
After Friday's scrimmage, is there anybody in the running back core that maybe will redshirt now? Do you have any ideas of?
We had a big meeting last night, and the term red shirt, when we talked about running backs, never came up. We like the group that we have. There'll be a lot of competition for carries. I think it'll be a thing where a guy gets hot and he gets the ball that game a lot, and maybe the next week another guy gets hot and he gets the ball a lot. But it could end up being a real strength of our team to be able to stay fresh. And we have some talent. We have some bigger talent, guys that are big and fast, and that helps a lot.
Obviously, this time of the year, it could be 101 degrees when you play on Saturday, but the weather, how much of a factor does it play, the fact that it hadn't really been that hot yet?
Well, the good thing is last week in practice it was hot. When we came out, it was around 94, 95. All 3 days we practiced, and a little harder on the turf. So that was good for us. In fact, we were talking about it where a year ago, all through camp, it was real cool. And then the very first week of game week, it got real hot, and our guys kind of melted a little bit that week in practice, and I think we had to cut practice back a little bit. But with the temperature this week, we should be able to go full go in practice and have our guys fresh. That's the one thing you always try to balance out, is to be in great condition, be physically ready, but have fresh legs. And we haven't seen our receivers at the speed they're going to be yet. We got to make sure they're there Saturday.
Did you come out of the Friday scrimmage healthy?
We did, yeah. We came out healthy, and unfortunately we had those injuries early, and those guys are done for the year. But we came out Friday with a couple nicks, but nothing that would set anybody back.
How did Alex Tejada look here in that scrimmage? And can you talk about his mental game going into War Memorial?
Yeah, Alex did a nice job. He's had a good fall. He's had a couple days where he struggled a little bit, but I really like the way Coach Smith is handling him. it's all about confidence and all about staying with the same routine and staying with the same swing and not trying to adjust, in the middle of it. But he needs to come down here. We'll bring him down Friday and get some good kicks in on Friday like we did before the LSU game. So he will work on Friday. It is a little different surface than we have up there, so it's important that he does that. And then he has to have a good game. I think that's important for him, is to come out and kick the ball well. He's done that. He's kicked off real well. I think he's improved tremendously on his kickoff, so that'll help us.
Where's Joe Adams health-wise going into the week?
He should be 100% today at practice. He probably could have went Friday night, but because he didn't work during the week, we didn't let him go. He did come out and go through some warm-ups, ran some routes, caught the ball, so he should be 100% by today.
Any more depth chart changes out of what you did late last week?
You know what? I released a new depth chart today. I'm not sure exactly what the changes are, what ones are new and what ones are different. I do know the depth chart, but you should be able to get that. I think I gave it to Zach, Kevin.
And what about Broadway? What happens to him?
What happens to him?
Is there punishment?
Well, we'll sit down and talk a little bit. He needs to learn that you have to have proof of insurance and you have to pay your bills when you get a bill. And that's always a hard one there, is when you get a young man that's picked up and arrested for not paying a traffic ticket. We got to make sure that we do a better job with our guys understanding that that's their responsibility to get it done. Not their parents, not somebody else's. It's their responsibility to make sure it gets paid and their business gets taken care of.
You talked about the running backs and not using the word red shirt. Did you get a pretty clear delineation of where you want to be with the red shirts so some of the younger guys after Friday?
We're getting closer, but we still have some guys that are right on the bubble, whether we need them to play or will they red shirt. There'll be some guys that will start out in a backup role, and if it's available to stay that way all year and hold on to their red shirt, sometimes that's real nice to do. And then they prepare each week to play, and if they're needed to play because of injury or some other reason, then they're ready to step right in and go. So we'll have a number of guys like that.
You played 2 games at War Memorial Stadium. Where does it rank on stadiums that you've played in as a coach for your teams?
Well, the atmosphere is unbelievable. From the minute you leave here and get on the bus and head towards the stadium, the crowd that's in the streets, the crowd that's on the golf course, how you get off the bus and go to the locker room, the atmosphere is as good as there is. And then I really feel like because of the crowd, because of the noise, that it's certainly a home field advantage for us. And it's kind of interesting that we ended the season here last year on a great note, and then we start this year. So that's fun for us.
Have you decided what the first play will be, offensive play yet?
No, I haven't made it called yet, and when I do, I'm not telling you.
Are your options at receiver going to be a lot like your backs, where you've got the options, whoever may be hot that day?
Yeah, we have great competition at receivers, and the one thing at receiver is that you have to stay fresh and be at full speed. At one spot, London Crawford and Greg Childs will be able to rotate and keep each other fresh. I consider them both starters. In the slot position, we got Joe Adams in there, and unfortunately, Lucas Miller will be out for a while. He's a guy that would be considered a starter there. And then Salters will be able to rotate and play at that position as well as the X position. At the other position, we've got Jarius Wright, who's had a great pre-fall and a big year at the end of the year last year. And then true freshman Kobe Hamilton, who will play a lot and rotate and stay fresh at that position. So having 6 guys, and 7, I guess, and then when Lucas gets back, gets up to 8 guys you feel confident with, really helps.
This isn't your first season opener. You've been around for a while. Can you sense a different feel this year with this season?
Well, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of optimism. A lot of times it's that way every year. I think the thing that's unique about this year is that everyone anticipates us to be a lot better. When you look at what we're going to have at quarterback, we understand that we played 16 true freshmen last year and 9 redshirt freshmen, that everybody's grown up, and we're building the team. I like the foundation that we've set. I think that'll help us a lot. How quickly we build the other floors is yet to be seen, but we're excited about it, and I know all the state of Arkansas is excited about it.
for one more? You like Jarrell Norton at safety, or you think he'll go back and forth to that cornerback?
No, he's going to play safety for us. You know, Jarrell's really shown that he's a ball hawk. He can read the quarterback's shoulders, he can break on the ball, and he can go get interceptions and go make plays on the ball. And that's something we're missing a little bit back there. He probably won't be an every down player simply because of his size and being able to come up and stop the run. You count a lot on your safeties in doing that. But the guy can really play the ball in the air and really go get it. And that's what I've been most impressed with him, is how well he can break on the quarterback's shoulder. He has good hands, so he makes the interceptions when he gets there. And I would anticipate him to make a lot of plays on the ball this year.
All right, thank you.